Hi friends, Juan the Yarn Addict here with a 6-week fall crochet along for what I am calling the Autumn Aspirations throw. Welcome to week 1. This is what our project looks like after week 1 is completed. It is composed of 15 rounds that I designed for intermediate crocheters and also for the adventurous beginner wanting to expand their skill set. Feel free to slow the video down by adjusting the settings or replaying the video until you've completed the material shown. For this crochet along, you will need approximately 3,000 yards of a 4-weight yarn, more if you're using a thinner yarn, less if you're using a thicker yarn. As for the crochet hook, please follow the recommended hook size for the yarn of your choice. For my yarn, it recommended a 6mm crochet hook, so that is what I am using. Also, a darning needle to sew in your ends, as well as a pair of scissors. All necessary information will be in the show notes for you to review. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment or two. I would definitely appreciate the support. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this crochet along started. Okay, so to get started, what we need to do is create a slip knot on our hook. So however you do this is absolutely fine. This is how I do it. And so from here, what we want to do is chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. From here, we're going to take the tip of our crochet hook and insert it into the first chain, draw up a loop, and slip to close. We're going to take our tail and pinch it against our chain, and take our working yarn and gently pull back. And let's go ahead and pull our chain apart, and as you can see, there is a circle that is formed. So we are going to work round 1 into that circle, but first we need to chain 2. And the chain 2 does not count as a stitch, it just elevates us to round number 1. So from here, and for round number 1, we are going to insert 12 double crochets into the chain circle. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Continue on with this until you have 12 double crochets. I will meet you at the end of round number 1. Okay, so once you have verified that you have 12 double crochets for round number 1, we're going to go ahead and move on to round number 2. For me, I'm going to be changing colors. So I've already snipped my tail, which is right here. And the color I'm going to introduce is gold. All right, so to begin, we need to insert our hook into the very first stitch of the round. And then I'm going to loop my new color around the hook, pull it through the stitch and through the loop. And then I'm just going to go ahead and tie my tails. Just like this. All right, so now I'm ready to start round number 2. And to begin round number 2, what we need to do is chain 2. The 2 chains do not count as a stitch. It just elevates us to the round. And so for this round, we're going to insert a double crochet at the top and then a front post right in front of it. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the stitch we just came out of with a double crochet. And then now we're going to do a front post. We're going to grab the chain and the stitch for this very first one. From here, we're just going to move next door here, double crochet up top, double crochet in the front, so it's a front post double crochet. And we're going to repeat that for the round. So double crochet up top, front post double in front. Double crochet up top, front post in the front, so front post double crochet. All right, so continue doing that for the round, and I'll meet you right here after you have a total of 24 stitches. Okay, so I'm at the end of round number 2, and this is what it looks like. I have 12 regular double crochets and 12 front post double crochets in my round here. And so for round number 3, I'm going to be changing colors. I'm changing over to pumpkin spice. And so I've already cut my tail to save us some time. And so I'm just going to go ahead and insert the tip of my crochet hook into the very first stitch of the round, which is that regular double crochet. I'm going to hook on my new color, slip through the stitch and through the loop, and tie everything down very quickly. just like that. Okay. So from here, we are going to chain 2. It does not count as a stitch, but it just elevates us to round number 3. So for round number 3, we are going to insert a front post double crochet, chain 1, front post double crochet in the front post double crochet from the previous round. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Chain 1, front post double crochet, and then from there we're going to hop right on over to the next front post and repeat that. Front post double crochet, chain 1, front post double crochet, and it should look just like this. For good measure, I'm going to do this with you one more time. Just like that. Okay, so continue with that, and I will meet you at the end of round number 3 right here in just a moment. Okay, so I've completed round number 3, and this is what we are looking like. And this is the back. Very, very nice. Okay, so from here, I'm actually going to change back to this gold color. For round number 4, we're going to do a series of popcorns. So I've already cut off my tail to save us some time here. So as I've done in previous rounds, I'm going to insert the tip of my crochet hook into the very first stitch of the round. I'm going to loop in my new color. Around the hook, I'm going to go through the stitch and through the loop, just like that. And I'm going to tie my tails. Okay. And I think I'm going to trim my tails because they're kind of long. Okay. So just long enough to sew in. Perfect. Okay. So from here, we are going to chain 2. The chain 2 does not count as a stitch, it just elevates us to the round. And so from here, what we want to do is go into the V-stitch with a popcorn. So to do a popcorn, it's a series of 5 double crochets. So let's go ahead and get started on that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to make a bunny ear, you're going to go to the first double, you're going to go through the bunny ear, tighten up your tension, and slip through the first stitch, just like that. From here, you're going to chain 1 to lock, chain 1 to move on, and you're going to insert a double crochet in between the V-stitches. Just like that. From here, you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to go into the V-stitch with another popcorn. So 5 doubles. Five double crochets, make a bunny ear, go in the first stitch, go through the bunny ear, tighten your tension, go through the first stitch, chain 1 to lock, chain 1 to move on, 1 double crochet in between the V's. From here, chain 1 and repeat. So that is what it looks like. Continue on with this, and I will meet you at the end of the round in just a moment. Okay, so I'm at the end of round number 4. I've inserted my double crochet and my chain 1, and typically we would go into the top of the popcorn, slip to close out that round, but I have cut off my tail here, which means I am changing colors. I'm going to be bringing in the olive colorway. So from here, I'm going to insert my hook inside the top of that popcorn. I'm going to go right in the top there. And then I'm going to grab the new color around the hook and pull it through the loop, just like that. And then I'm going to tie my tails. Okay. Just like that. I'm going to trim the tail here because I feel it's a little too long. Okay. All right, so for round number 5, we are going to insert 1 double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet in the tops of each of these popcorns. Okay, so to start with, we need to chain 2. The chain 2 does not count as a stitch. It just elevates us to this particular round. And so, as I just mentioned, from here we're going to work into the top of each popcorn. So we're going to insert a double crochet, and then a chain 3. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And then another double crochet right into that same popcorn. Just like that. All right, so from here we're going to jump right over to the next popcorn with a double crochet. 1, 2, 3 chains, and then back into that same popcorn with a double crochet. For good measure, we're going to do this one more time. We're going to go into the top of this popcorn with a double crochet, chain 3, and then back into the top of this popcorn with a double crochet, just like that. So go ahead and repeat that for round number 5 all the way around, and I will meet you right here in just a moment. Okay, so I'm nearing the end of round number 5, and this is what it looks like here. This is the front, and this is the back. Okay, so to close off round number 5, what we need to do is insert the tip of our crochet hook into the very first stitch of the round. We're going to keep the green on for round number 6, so let's go ahead and draw a loop and slip to close. And that concludes round number 5. So let's go ahead and chain 2. The 2 chains do not count as a stitch, it just elevates us to round number 6. And so from here, what we're going to do is square this off. So in this very first V, we're going to insert 3 extended double crochets, chain 2, 3 extended double crochets. So let's go ahead and get that started. So that's 3 extended double crochets, and then we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to go right back into that space with 3 extended double crochets. Okay, so 3 extended double crochets, chain 2, 3 extended doubles. And then from here, we want to insert a double crochet in between the V's. Just like that. Whoops. Okay. Now in the next V here, we want to insert 1 double crochet and 2 half doubles. 1 double and 2 half doubles. Just like that. In between the next V here, we need to insert a single crochet. And so after the single crochet, we're literally just going to reverse this, going this way. So in this V, we're going to insert 2 half double crochets. There's 1, there's 2. And in the same V, we're going to insert a double crochet. In between the V's, we're going to insert a double crochet. And in the next V here, it's going to be 3 extended double crochets, chain 2, 3 extended double crochets. Let's go ahead and do that. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Let's go ahead and chain 2, swivel our work around, and insert 3 extended double crochets in that same space there. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. As you can see, we've squared this off. Very, very nice. So for good measure, I'm gonna do this next side with you. So from the corner here, we're going to insert 1 double crochet in between the V's. In the next V here, it's going to be 1 double crochet and 2 half doubles. 1 double and then 2 half doubles. In between the next V's here, it's going to be a single crochet. And that is the midpoint there. So from here, we're going to reverse this order here. So in this V here, it's going to be 2 half double crochets. There's 1, there's 2. In the same V, we're going to insert a double crochet. In between the V's here, we're going to insert a double crochet. And in this V space right here, we're going to insert 3 extended doubles, chain 2, 3 extended doubles. It's 1. It's 2. And that's 3. We're going to chain 2, swivel around, and work 3 extended doubles right back into that same space. 1, 2, and 3. And so this is what we are looking like so far. So continue on here, and I will meet you at the beginning of the round in just a moment. Okay, so I'm approaching the end of round number 6, and I've inserted my double crochet in that last space there. And so this is what it looks like. Very, very nice. And it's okay if it's not perfect. This next round will actually make the edges more straight than what you're seeing right now. Okay, so we're going to keep the same color on for this next round here, which is round number 7. So we're going to go ahead and insert the tip of our crochet hook into the very first stitch of the round, draw up a loop and slip, and we're going to slip all the way over to the corner here. Just like that. Okay, so from here we're going to go ahead and chain 2. Now this chain 2 does count as a half double crochet for round number 7. Normally these chain 2s haven't been counting here, but for this round here it does count. Okay, so to start round number 7, we're going to insert 1 half double crochet, chain 2, and then 2 half doubles into this corner. So half double, chain 2, let's swivel around, go back into that space there with 2 half double crochets. Just like that. Okay, so we're going to insert 1 half double crochet in each stitch, making sure that when we hit the corner spaces here, it's going to be 2 half doubles, chain 2, 2 half doubles. Okay, and remember, every stitch needs an upstairs neighbor. So we have the 2 stitches in the corner here. Let's slide that over just a little bit to reveal that little triangle there, and that is where we're going to place our half double. Just like that. Every stitch, half double crochet. In the chain spaces in the corners there, it's going to be 2 half double crochets, chain 2, 2 half double crochets. So continue on with this, and I shall see you at the end of round number 7, which is right here in just a moment. Okay, so I'm nearing the end of round number 7, and you should have a total of 19 half double crochets on each side. Okay, so to end round number 7, as I mentioned before, the 2 chains do count as a stitch. So what we need to do is go into that top chain there, draw up a loop, slip to close, and then we're going to slip over to the corner. Let's go into the next stitch and slip, and then into the corner and slip. Okay, So from here, I'm going to be changing colors. So I am moving on to Claret. So I am going to pull back just the one there, just changing it over. Go into the chain space, hook in the new color, pull it through, and then pull it through the loop, flip over, and tie the tails. Just like this. Okay. From here, we are going to chain 2 and turn over to the back side. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay. So from here, we are going to insert a front post double crochet around every single stitch. Okay. In the corners, we are going to do 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. So let's go ahead and do the front post double crochet around the first stitch, just like that. And as you can see, I am crocheting over the tails here. If they don't stick, I'll sew them in later, no big deal. Okay, so continue doing front post double crochets in every stitch of the side here. And I will meet you at the corner. Okay, so I'm at the corner here. We're going to go into that corner with 2 double crochets, chain 2, swivel around, go back into that corner there with 2 double crochets, just like that. From here, we're going to continue on with the front post double crochets in every stitch of the side, and then in the corners, 2 doubles, chain 2, and 2 doubles. So continue on with that, and I will meet you back here at the end of round number 8 in just a moment. Okay, so I am approaching the end of round number 8. All I have left is the corner here. And so in this corner, we're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, chain 2, swivel around, and go into the corner here with 2 double crochets, just like that. Okay, so to close out round number 8, what we need to do is go into the very first stitch of the round. Let me get close so you can see. We're going to go into that stitch there, draw up a loop, and slip to close. From here, we're going to go ahead and turn our work, just like this. We're now on the front side. From here, we need to slip back to the corner here. So go in, drop a loop and slip, go in, drop a loop and slip. And now let's go into the corner here, slip, and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. That chain 3 does count as a stitch for round number 9. It counts as a double crochet. So from here, what we need to do is go back into this corner here with a double crochet, chain 2. We're going to swivel our work around and go back into this corner here with 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, just like that. Okay, so for round number 9, after we've completed this corner here, we're going to go into this very first stitch of the side with twins in a stitch. It's hard to see, but it's there. So the very first stitch, 2 double crochets in the same stitch, twins in a stitch. We're going to skip the next one and go into the following one with twins in a stitch. Skip the next stitch, twins in a stitch in the following one. Okay, so continue doing that until you get to the corner, and then in the corner it's 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles. Just for good measure, I'm going to work to the first corner here, and I'll see you right here in just a moment. Okay, so I'm nearing the corner, and you want to make sure that you go into that very last stitch before the corner with your twins, 1 and 2. And then now you want to go into the corner there with twins in a stitch, chain 2, and then 2 doubles. So it should look like that. Okay? So we're literally just going to repeat what we just did down here. We have to go into that very first stitch with twins, skip, twins, skip all the way down, and then you want to make sure that you get into that last stitch right before the chain space. And you want to make sure that you have 24 stitches on each side, and then in the corners 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Okay, so if you're counting the corners, it's 28 stitches on each side. All right, so continue on with this, and I will see you at the end of round number 9 in just a moment. Okay, so I'm wrapping up round number 9, and I've already cut a tail, so we're going to change over to another color in just a moment. But first what we need to do is connect our stitches here. So the very first stitch of the round here was a chain 3. So we're going to take the tip of our crochet hook, go into that top chain, draw a loop and slip to close. And then now we need to slip to the next stitch, draw up a loop, slip, and now I'm going to bring up the next color, which for me is cream. So I'm going to go into the corner, hook the new color, go back through there and then through the loop, and I'm going to turn my work and tie the tails. So just like this. That's 1 and that's 2. Okay, so we've closed out round number 9 and we're moving on to round number 10. So from here we need to chain 3, and the chain 3 does count as a double crochet. From here we need to work back into this corner space here with another double crochet, chain 2, let's swivel around here and go back into that corner with 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Okay, so that is our corner. So from here what we need to do is, let's see here, chain 1. Had to fix the yarn. So we're going to be working in between the twins here. All right, so, and we're going to alternate. So in between the first set of twins right here, we're going to work a popcorn stitch. So it's 5 doubles. That's 1, it's 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 doubles. Let's make a bunny ear, go back to the first stitch, pick up the front and the back loop there, go in the bunny ear, tighten your tension and slide that through just like that. You're going to chain 1 to lock, chain 1 to move on, and then you're going to go in between the next set of twins with a double crochet. I was trying to find the light there, but that claret is very dark. Okay, so from here we need to chain 1 and then go into the next space right here with a popcorn. 5 doubles, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Make a bunny ear, go back to the first stitch, go in your bunny ear, tighten your tension and slide it through just like that. Chain 1 to lock, chain 1 to move on, go into the next space with a double crochet, After your double, don't forget, chain 1, and then go into the next space with a popcorn. And that is the repeat for the round. It's 3, 4, and 5. Let's go into the first stitch, go into the bunny ear, tighten everything up, slip it through, chain 1 to lock, chain 1 to move on. Okay, and so that is what it looks like. So continue on with this, and for good measure, I will meet you at this first corner in just a moment. Okay, I am back, and this is what the first side looks like here. You should have 7 popcorns with double crochets in between them, and then this last popcorn should have a chain 1 to lock, chain 1 to move on, and then from here you want to go into this corner with 2 doubles. It's 1, that's 2, and then you want to chain 2, swivel around, and go back into this corner here with 2 doubles. That's 1 and that's 2, just like that. And so from here, we're literally just going to repeat what we did here. We're going to finger in between the first sets of twins here. It's really hard to see there, but you have 2 doubles, a space, and 2 doubles. You're going to work a popcorn right in there. But first, you need to make sure that you chain 1, okay? So chain 1 after coming out of those corners, and then go right in here with a popcorn, and that's 5 double crochets, okay? So continue on with this, repeating this side here on all 4 sides, okay? Continue on with this, and I will see you at the end of the round in just a moment. Okay, so I'm nearing the end of round number 10, and this is what it looks like here. Okay, so to close off round number 10, we need to go to the top chain of the 3 chains here. This is considered a double crochet, so we need to go to the top chain, insert our hook, draw up a loop, slip to close, and then we're going to slip to the next stitch here. Go in, draw up a loop, and slip. Now I do have a tail here, which means we are changing colors. So just before the corner, we're going to go into the corner, and we are going to pull up our new color, which for me is going to be gold. I'm going to put it around the hook, go into the chain space there and into the loop. I'm going to turn our work over and tie the tails. Just like this. 1 and 2. Okay. So from here, what we need to do is chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. The chain 3 does count as a double crochet. So to begin round 11, what we need to do is go back into this corner with 1 double crochet, chain 2, we're going to swivel around here, and we're going to go back into this corner with 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, just like that. Okay, so from here we're going to insert 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Both of these stitches need upstairs neighbors, so let's go ahead and do that. 1 and 2, just like that. All right, so from here we're going to insert front post treble crochets just underneath the popcorn here. So we had twins and we had twins, twins and twins, right? So underneath the popcorn there are 2 twins that are closest to the popcorn. Don't know if we can make that out. There we go. We're going to grab both of these one at a time, inserting front post trebles. So let's go ahead and wrap around twice, come down and around. Let's do our front post treble crochet. And then from here, we're going to wrap around twice and grab the other side. and do a front post treble. Okay, so it's going to look like that. So what we want to do after this is go into that standalone and insert a double crochet on top of that standalone there. Just like that, okay? So once you have this, you're gonna pop the popcorn through the trebles, just like this. So the trebles are hugging the popcorns, and that's the effect that you want to create here, okay? So we're going to repeat that all the way around here. So after your double, you're going to come down, and I'm going to do this again. You're going to grab this double crochet from the twin and this double crochet from the twin. So the twin closest to the popcorns, right? I know it's hard to see because of the claret, but let's go ahead and do that front post treble. Wrap around twice, come down, and do a front post treble, just like that. From here, we're going to insert a double crochet above the double crochet there, just like that. And then you can pop your popcorn through now, or you can wait until you're done the round. So it should look like that, okay? So continue on with that, and I will meet you at this first corner in just a moment. Okay, so I am nearing the first corner here. I have not popped the popcorns through just yet. I'm going to do that right now. They just pop right on through, just like that. Okay, so now that we are nearing the end of the first side here, we're going to insert upstairs neighbors for these 2 stitches. So double crochet, and then in the corner it's going to be 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles, okay? So let's go ahead and get that started. Double crochet, then in the corner 2 doubles, chain 2, let's swivel it around, go back into that corner with 2 doubles, and then just like this side here, we're going to give these 2 stitches upstairs neighbors 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. From here, we're just going to repeat what we did on this side here. We're going to put front post trebles just under the popcorn, using the twin closest to the popcorn. I'm just building the stitches in front of the popcorns and then popping them through later. So once you have your 2 trebles, you're going to yarn over, go above this double, and give that stitch an upstairs neighbor with another double, and go ahead and pop that through if you'd like, just like that. As you can see, as soon as you pop your popcorns through, everything balances out. It lays nice and flat and beautiful, okay? So continue on with this, and I shall see you at the end of round number 11 in just a moment. Okay, I'm approaching the end of round number 11, and this is what we are looking like. Very, very nice. Okay, and so to close off round number 11, what we need to do is go into the top chain, draw a loop, slip to close, and let's go ahead and slip into the next stitch, and let's go ahead and go into the corner. So for round number 12, we are going to keep the same color. So what we're going to do here is we are going to chain 3, and this does count as a double crochet. So for round number 12, we are going to go back into this corner here with a double crochet, chain 2, let's swivel our work, and we're going to go back into this corner here with 2 doubles, 1 2, just like that. Okay, so from here, we are going to go into this very first stitch with a front post double crochet. In the next stitch, it's going to be a regular double crochet up top here. And then next door here, it's going to be a front post double crochet. And then in this last stitch before the popcorn, it's going to be a regular double crochet. So we just did an alternation there. So 2 regulars, a front post, a regular, a front post, and a regular. Just like that. Okay? So from here, we are going to do a front post double crochet cross. So we're going to yarn over and come onto this side here and do a front post double crochet. And then we're going to yarn over and come onto this side of the popcorn and pick this up and do a front post double crochet. Just like that. Okay? So from here, we are going to work into this standalone stitch. It's going to be a front post double crochet, chain 1, front post double crochet. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's pick that up, front post double crochet, chain 1, let's go back in there with another front post double crochet. Just like that. From here, we're going to repeat what we just did right here. Let's go ahead and do a front post double on this side, picking up that treble, yarn over and pick up this treble, front post double crochet. And now with that standalone, it's going to be front post double crochet, chain 1, front post double crochet. Just like that. Okay? So let's go ahead and repeat that one more time for good measure. So we're going to do a front post double crochet cross. So we're going to come over here and do a front post double, picking up that treble. We're going to yarn over and pick this up on this side here and do a front post double crochet cross, just like that. From here, we're going to work into this standalone. We're going to work in a front post double crochet, chain 1, front post double crochet. Okay, so continue doing that until we get to this first corner, and I will meet you right here in just a moment. Okay, so I just finished this front post double crochet cross right above this popcorn here. And so to finish off the side, we are going to mirror this side here. So when we work this, the last stitch before our cross was a regular double crochet. And we alternated until we got into the corner. And in the corner, it was 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles. So we're going to literally do the opposite on this side. So over here, we're going to start with a regular double crochet. And then next door, a front post double crochet. After that, a regular double crochet. And then in that last stitch, a front post double crochet. In the corner, it's going to be 2 doubles, chain 2, we're going to swivel around, and we're going to go back into this corner here with 2 doubles. Just like that. So to start off the side, we will start with a front post double crochet, a regular double crochet, and after that, next door here, a front post double crochet. And then next door to the front post will be a regular double crochet. So we're just alternating those stitches after the corner. Okay? So I'm going to do just this set right here for good measure. And then from there, I'm going to let you go ahead and continue on until the end of the round. Okay, so from here, we're going to do a front post double crochet cross. So let's go ahead and take care of that. Front post double on that side, yarn over, come back, pick this up, front post double on this side. From here, we're going to work the standalone, front post double crochet, chain 1, front post double crochet. Front post double, chain 1, front post double. Just like that. Okay, so continue with that, and now we'll see you at the end of the round in just a moment. Okay, so I'm at the end of round number 12, and this is what it looks like. Very, very nice. And so just to recap, in the corners we had 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles, and then after that we had 4 stitches that we alternated between front post double and regular double crochet. And then after that, we worked above the popcorn here. We did a front post double crochet cross, picking up the trebles. And then in between, we did a front post double, chain 1, front post double, all the way down. And we just repeated that around the square here. Okay, so I cut a tail. That means we are changing colors. So let's start by going into the top of the 3 chains with our hook. Let's draw a loop and slip. And then let's go next door here and go into that stitch. Draw a loop and slip. So we're just before the corner, and now is when we're going to bring in the next color, which is pumpkin spice. So I'm going to hook in the new color. Actually, I'm going to go in the chain space and then hook in the color. Bring it through and slip through just like that. We're going to flip everything over, and we are going to tie the tails. Just like this. Tie it once and then tie it twice. And now from here we're going to flip back over like this. Perfect. Okay, so for round number 13, we are going to start off with 2 chains, and these 2 chains will count as a half double crochet. Okay? From here, we're going to go back into that corner with a half double crochet, just like that. We're going to chain 2. We're going to swivel our work around just like that, and we're going to go back into this corner with 2 half double crochets. There's 1. And here's 2. So for round number 13, it's a fairly easy round. It's half double crochets in every single stitch, not including the chain spaces, just the stitches, okay? So you're going to work half double crochets all the way across, and then in the chain space, we're going to do 2 half doubles, chain 2, 2 half doubles. So every stitch gets an upstairs neighbor, including this very first one here. So we're going to yarn over and go into that stitch, half double. And we're going to repeat this all the way across. Okay, so for round 13, half double crochets, every stitch in the corner. Once again, it's 2 half doubles, chain 2, 2 half doubles. Continue with that, and I will see you at the end of round number 13 in just a moment. Okay, so I'm at the end of round number 13, and this is what it looks like. This is the front side. Let me go ahead and turn this over. And this is the back. Very, very nice. Okay, so to close out round number 13, let me put this back on the hook. And let me zoom in. Let's get closer here. Okay. All right, so to close out the round, what we need to do is go into the top chain. There are 2 chains there because this was a round of half doubles. So let's go ahead and go in, draw up a loop, slip to close. All right, and then let's go into the next stitch, drop a loop and slip to close. And then we are going to keep this color on for round number 14. So let's go ahead and go into the corner, drop a loop, slip, and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. The 3 chains count as a double crochet. So for round 14, we're going to start with 1 double crochet, chain 2, we're going to swivel our work. Let me zoom out just a little bit. There we go. Okay. And we're going to go back into the corner here with 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Okay, so from here, what we need to do is insert a double crochet in the second and third loop in each stitch until the corner, including this very first stitch. So we're going to yarn over and go through the top there and out the back, and as you can see, we've picked up the second and the third loop. Let's go ahead and do our double from there. Let's go ahead and do the next door here. Run over, go in, pick up the second and the third loop. And then from there, do a double crochet. And we're going to do that to every stitch in the round. And in the corners, it's going to be 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles. Okay. So continue on from there. And I will meet you, just for good measure, this very first corner right here in just a moment. Okay, so I am back and I am at the first corner, and so this is what it looks like. It created a really nice ridge there. Okay, so from here we are going to do 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles right into the corner. 2 doubles, chain 2. I'm going to swivel around. Let me grab some more yarn here. We're going to go back into this corner here with 2 double crochets. Just like that. From here, we're going to give this very first stitch an upstairs neighbor, but we need to go in and out the back. It's a little tricky, but if you finagle it just right, you can pick up that second and third loop there. Okay? So from there, you're just going to create your double crochet as per normal. And so from here, we're just going to do that all the way around for round number 14. Okay, so continue on with that, and I will see you right here at the end of round 14 in just a moment. Okay, so I'm at the end of round number 14, and this is what it looks like. It's got that ridge all the way around. Right here. Very nice. Okay. So to close off round number 14, what we need to do is go into that top chain, drop a loop, bring it through and slip, go into the next stitch, drop a loop and slip, and so we are right before the corner. I've cut a tail, so we are changing colors, and I'm going to be introducing or reintroducing the olive colorway. So we're going to go into the corner, hook the olive on the hook, and bring that through just like that. We're going to fold this over and tie the tails. So let's go ahead and do that. Perfect. Okay. So from here, what we need to do is chain 2 and turn our work. That chain 2 does not count as a stitch. Okay, so we are going to be working on the back side for this final round of week 1. And so for the final round, we're going to insert 1 front post double crochet in each stitch until the corner. And then in the corner, it's going to be 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Very, very easy round. Let's go ahead and do our front post double crochet, just like that. Very, very simple. Each stitch gets one of these, and then in the corner, it's going to be 2 doubles, chain 2, and 2 doubles. So continue on with this, and I will see you back here at the beginning of round number 15 in just a moment. Okay, so I'm nearing the end of round number 15, and all I have left is the corner here. So I'm going to do 2 double crochets, chain 2, swivel the work around, and insert 2 double crochets, just like that. From here, I'm going to insert the tip of my hook into the very first stitch of the round, which is right here. I'm going to draw a loop, slip to close, and chain 2. From here, I'm going to cut a tail, pull the hook away from my work, pinch, and pull down, just like that. It creates a knot that will not come out. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and sew in my end, because this is the end of week 1. So let's go ahead and do that, and I will show you the front in just a moment. Let me go ahead and sew this end in between the fibers, of course. Okay. So this is the front of my work here. Let me go ahead and back out just a little bit. And so there it is. This is the end of week 1. Very, very nice. Lots of texture, lots of color changes. It's an adventure, friends. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please make sure that you hit the thumbie, leave a comment or 2. I definitely would appreciate that support. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That is all for this one, and until the next one, take care, friends. Bye.